listeners. This is Jesse.
This is Greg.
And you're listening to Spoilers Are Good Actually, a podcast where we rewatch some of our old favorite shows and talk about how knowing the ending affects our experience the second time through.
Today we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 2, Chapter 3, Return to Omashu. The way this podcast works is that we have two sections, a non-spoiler section and a spoiler section. The non-spoiler section assumes that you've only watched the show up until the current episode. The spoiler section is free game for pretty much all of Avatar. All of the show, all of Korra, any supplementary material, the comics, the book for Korra, or was that Kyoshi? Either way, anything that you could have gotten that is not literally watching the show up until Season 2, Episode 3 is going to be discussed in the spoiler section. We encourage you to stay for the spoiler section. Podcast you're listening to is called Spoilers Are Good Actually. We try to save our good stuff for that part.
And one quick content note. Avatar: The Last Airbender is a kid's show, but this is not a kid's podcast. While we won't be going into any darker or more mature themes than the show itself does, we will be using adult language. So listener, be warned.
Cool.
That's an episode.
I mean, the most important thing is that we're introducing two brand new, very cool characters.
Yeah, the gang plot is fine.
Yeah.
There's not that much happening.
Yeah, like we get Boomy, we get the Jing talk, we get to look at Pentapusses. Anyway, yeah, and that's it. That was...
Yeah, it's not a filler episode, but it's definitely like a connector episode.
Yeah, it's
a conjunction.
Mm-hmm. So
conjunction junction. What's your function?
I don't know this song.
Don't lie to me.
Keep singing it. I don't recognize this song, and I'm gonna need you to keep singing more of it. Maybe I do know this song. It sounds familiar. If only you could refresh my memory by singing it.
Junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. Conjunction, junction, how's that function? I got three favorite cards that get most of my job done.
Well, what's your 10-word summary?
Azula's ladies show up to help with the hostage exchange.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just assume that that's 10 words. I've stopped counting at this point.
It's 10.
Yeah, it is.
Aang learns to chill while Azula forms Bad Bitch Squad.
Ah, excellent. I should have said Bad Bitch Squad. Damn.
It's just the truth.
It is. I'm not that clever.
We love those girls.
Yeah. All right, what do we want to talk about? What's going on?
Women, am I right?
Am I right?
Am I right?
You are?
Women who will kill you, am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, what? We've got Aang and Ko coming in right at the end of the last episode, the oh no, the smoke, Fire Nation thing. And they're like, got sneak in. They sneak in through the fucking sewage.
Disgusting. Always disgusting.
And Sokka's out here complaining and whining and screaming with his mouth wide open.
Oh my god.
Wide open.
That's so gross.
Just...
It's fine, it's a kid's show. Poop jokes are funny.
They are. I don't know, I just don't have too much to say about this plot. May's parents are horribly neglectful, not knowing what the fuck their child is doing. At virtually any point, I get that, sometimes parents just kind of lose track of their kids, but there's not a single point when that child is not directly in front of them that they seem to be aware of where he is or what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why that child was alone in that room with the fucking open balcony.
Right.
Just seems like a bad decision.
Mm-hmm. And May doesn't give a fuck about her brother.
No.
At all.
I mean, one... We have now met her.
We have.
We know her personality. Of course she doesn't. Two, she must have been, 14, 13 when that child was born?
Yeah.
I joke, but I was 12 when my brother was born, so... For context, I really love my brother. Mm-hmm. And we were very close when he was young and before I moved out of the house. But yeah. So it's really just May.
Yeah. So, I don't have too much to say about Aang and them. I've got a little bit to talk about with, the Aang's talk with Boomy and a little bit to talk about with like Azula and her ladies.
Yeah, I mean, Azula is really the main event this episode.
Right. Azula shows up, and the first thing that happens is the old ladies she's with are like, yeah, we're dead. Wait, you should probably just get like, I don't know, a squad or something.
So fucking creepy.
It's great.
They are absolutely terrifying.
Have their names been revealed?
Oh my god, I don't care.
Jesse, that's a spoiler.
I don't care.
You've got to censor that.
No.
Please.
I will not.
For the sake of the think of the children.
No.
Please.
Oh my god.
I'm begging.
Oh my god. No.
Okay, well, I'm it's late. I don't feel like
I'm not doing it. That's stupid.
But it's also kind of funny.
It's not like Azula, where it's a fucking major character's name. It's just and fucking.
So you gotta do that one too. It's gotta be like beep and fucking beep.
Oh my
like
God.
That'll be great.
Moving on.
Yeah. So
they're terrifying. Azula's more terrifying.
We got homegirl who's working in the circus, and her aura has never been pinker.
Adorable.
I love Tylee. She's so good. She's great. So, question for you.
For me or the listeners?
You.
Oh.
I'm not asking the listeners shit. Y'all don't. You listen. I will never give you homework, listeners. Jesse does that. What? You're the one that's telling them to like. I don't know. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. It's you boys.
So, why do you think Tylee left with Azula? Like, why specifically? What do you think? What was going through Tylee's head when she's like, I'm leaving the circus, I'm going with Azula?
I mean, Azula was pretty clearly threatening her.
No, but Tylee said the universe is giving very strong signals that the circus just isn't for me.
I don't.
So, like, when I was young, when I first watched it, I really did just take her at her word, and I was like, okay, I guess she just believes that the universe is giving her these signals. Sure, yeah, that works, and I just went with it. And then after that, like, every time I watched it after that, I was more like, Azula's threatening her.
Yeah.
Azula's threatening her.
Very much.
Why did I pick up on this? Azula's threatening her.
How you gonna top yourself tomorrow night? I pulled out the fire and the tigers, bitch.
Yeah, like,
let's go.
So, yeah. So that's a healthy relationship. That's a healthy friendship. That's a healthy way to get your friends together. Like, despite that, Tylee does seem happy with Azula, hanging out with her and shit. But it is a very interesting dynamic that we have.
Yeah.
On the other hand, May is just like immediately like, yeah, sure, let's do this shit.
What an introduction. What is her first fucking line? Fuck.
Something about how boring this place is or how nothing ever happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There really is no fathoming the depths of my hatred for this place.
But yeah, so and May is just bored with the world. She just does not care. She doesn't give a fuck. I still thought it was really interesting that, like, when the hostage exchange happened, because neglectful ass parents just assumed that the resistance abducted their child when no, it was just some hijinks. It was natural cartoon bullshit, and Momo caused all of it. Momo, the resistance, abducted their child. Anyway. And they're willing to
their child should be fucking dead.
And they're like, yeah, let's trade this child for King Boomy. They want King Boomy, we want our kid back. Fair trade. And Azul's like, no.
That's dumb.
Yeah. And May barely hesitates. It's like, yeah, no, she's right.
Yeah, I mean, how would you fucking feel?
Well, that's a dilemma, isn't it? How would I feel?
I don't know. Like, I imagine she is sitting here like, they're so fucking worried about this child. They don't give a shit about me. Like, I am reading a lot and making a lot of assumptions about, like, her relationship with her parents. But I feel like the fact that she has a brother that young makes me think that they just, like, kept trying for a boy. They still wanted a boy.
Huh. That's a thought. I never considered that. I mean, I also was thinking that, like, you know, you're next to Azula, and we know that Azula's fucking dangerous. And Azula has said, no, this isn't a good trade. It wasn't really I don't think she really had much choice at that point anyway, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be out here fighting Azula for my brother. My brother's not that important.
Damn.
He knows.
Listen, he's still a baby. They can make another one.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. That was mean. Okay, but on the topic of the baby.
Yes.
I joked about this when we were watching it, but why is his hair like that? What did that baby do to shame their family that they shaved his fucking head?
I still think the Fire Nation hair just grows in like that.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It grows in like a little tuft of fire in the center of their head. And then it grows out and it spreads. That's how you know they're Fire Nation, because their hair grows literally exactly the way fire does.
Oh my god. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
You've heard dumber shit.
That's true. From you all
Hell
the time,
yeah.
every day.
Anyway.
Still very dumb, though.
That baby's just a little kindling, and soon he'll grow into a great flame.
I'm imagining him with, like, fucking Goku hair. Give the baby Goku hair.
You gonna write that down?
You cowards.
I like the fact that we have introduced these two characters that are very unique in their skills and abilities, along with their personalities. They've got very, we needed Goth Girl, and we needed Pastel Chick, and now we've got both. And now Bad Bitch
GF,
Squad is together.
Goth GF. Chef's kiss.
But like they also have really cool abilities. May's just really fucking accurate with all these blades that are coming out of everywhere, like she's fucking Batman. And Ty Lee makes you lose your bending. Like,
yeah, that's a fun introduction. That's the first time we've seen any kind of like chi blocking.
Yeah, like you.
I mean, is that a spoiler?
I mean, I don't fucking know.
They have not explained that what she's doing is chi blocking yet.
I don't fucking know. I wouldn't, this is really all on us. How strict do we want the spoilers how strict do we want to be on, like, spoilers versus non-spoilers? I was joking about the thing because I thought it was funny. I don't really care. Chi blocking, I also don't really care. I don't consider it to be much of a spoiler myself. So, like...
I don't think it's a spoiler.
Yeah,
I don't think they said it, but, like...
No, I also don't think they ever say the phrase chi blocking in the show.
No.
I think it's a phrase that's, like... said out loud by other people, maybe even the creators outside of the show on like the Wikipedia and in the fandom, but I don't think they say chi blocking specifically. Maybe they say she blocks your chi. I can believe
yeah. I feel like they talk about it in Korra.
Yeah. In Korra for sure. I don't know about anyway.
All right, whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, so like we don't need to worry too much about it. It's nobody's gonna come after us for it either way.
You're gonna jinx it.
Man,
we're gonna get our first angry review.
I really hope we do, though.
1 star.
I really hope we do.
Still counts towards our 25 review goal. Yes, I'm going to keep bringing it up. Please give us a rating on iTunes or your podcast listening app of choice. And if we get to 25 on iTunes by the time we're done with book 3, we're gonna watch the movie.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're gonna watch it with me.
What?
Yes, you are.
Why?
You already promised.
No, you promised on my behalf.
Yes,
Damn.
and we're the same person.
I did promise.
Greg, we're married. Legally?
We're the
Legally,
same
you
person.
have to.
Yeah. We've both been through.
You're a
enough
lawyer,
loss.
you know this. Together, we are 1.67 lawyers.
Nobody that doesn't know us will understand that shit. Anyway.
Hi, I dropped out of law school.
Hi,
Greg is
I'm in
almost
law
done with law school. He's graduating this year. That's some context.
Yeah.
25 reviews.
Cool.
They can be mean. But, like, please don't be mean.
Yeah, don't be mean.
Like,
they can't be mean. Jesse, shush. They cannot be mean.
They can be as many stars as you want.
Yeah. Make it productive or make it funny, but don't be a dick and not funny. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to be mean, be funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
Is that too much to ask? No. Anyway, back to the fucking show. Mm-hmm. Back to Avatar.
Yeah, so...
I can't handle a plague plot in 2021. I just can't deal with it. Like, I'm tired.
What about... But this isn't a real plague. It's a fake plague.
Yeah, and in what fucking world would they react to a plague by just, like, let's let everyone leave.
You're right.
No fucking government.
They would tell everyone to stay in their fucking homes and never leave. They would tell them to quarantine, and they'd be like, stay 6 feet away from each other at all times.
But also, please go outside and spend money on things.
Oh, right. Also, unless you are an essential worker, in which case you do need to be out here in these streets making that money.
I'm just saying, it seems like they made a decision that kept the health of their city. I mean, take this with a grain of salt, the Fire Nation people in their city, at the expense of their, like, economic and political goals of having control over the city. And that's just not realistic.
Fire Nation. So, only one other thing I wanted to talk about, really, and it was Boomy with his, first, what the fuck, Boomy? Anyway,
His discussion on Jing.
face bending. Anyway, yeah.
Terrifying. The most unhinged shit you will ever see in your life is Boomy using his goddamn chin to go up the slide while in a fucking metal coffin.
And cackling the entire time.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I love the idea of Jing. I love the introduction of it. I've never actually looked up Jing myself, despite the fact every time I watch this episode, I think I should look that up. I never do. But we've got positive Jing for when you're attacking, negative Jing for when you're either retreating or defending. I'm not sure what she says. And then neutral Jing for when you do nothing. And that's an interesting distinction between the elements he's been working with before, air and water, both of which move and flow and are active, and earth, which is quite often immobile. I like this. I like seeing these, like, interesting philosophical aspects of the elements working their way into how the people around him think and look and do.
Yeah.
Right? Like Boomy saw what was happening. He saw that the Fire Nation had a superior force and that he would not win a defense of his nation, of his city. And he said, then we don't fight. We do nothing. We stay here. We let them do what they need. We will, we
live to fight another day.
Live to fight another day. Also, gotta say, I feel like we get in this episode one of the, like, better, like, monk Aang moments, I guess, right? Where, like, he's like, there are other options here. You don't have to always fight. It is an option, and it's a good option for people to survive to another, for people to survive to another day. And I mean, like, we don't usually see Aang, like, I don't know, being that specific voice of reason. Like, it does happen occasionally, but, like, I feel like he's really flexing his monk chops right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this Aang. I like the Jing thing. I like the Bad Bitch Squad. I like Aang being better Aang, and I don't like Sokka opening his mouth in the sewer. So, there's not much else. Iroh and Zuko are not in this episode, so
Nope.
This podcast episode will be like half as long. So,
I mean, yeah.
it's because it's a whole second plot that needs to be analyzed fully, not because we have any particular. Yeah, it's because we fucking love Zuko. All right,
Like a little bit of both. But yeah, like we said, this episode is it's just a connecting episode.
yeah.
Leading into and setting up for us the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can just go ahead and move on. It's all right if this episode's a little shorter.
Let's hit up the golden fuck.
The golden fuck.
The golden fuck.
So, I have one golden fuck nomination. It's not that great. Did you have one?
I have one.
Okay. You want to go first?
I always go first.
Okay, fine. I'll go first.
No, wait. Do you always go first?
Oh my god, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Do you want to say your golden fuck first or not?
No, you go first.
Oh my god. I have absolutely no trust in you right now. So mine is the moment when Azula is chasing Aang down the, like, mail chute slides and they're in those carts.
Yeah.
And Aang like thinks that he's blown her off.
Yeah.
And then she just pops the fuck out like a terrifying Jack in the Box. I think he should go fuck.
We didn't talk about how that was an amazing fucking scene. It was so cool.
It's a fun fight scene.
Yeah.
Like, listen, the action in Omashu is always a good time because of those fucking slides.
Yeah.
There's always some fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, he says fuck
But
right
he
then.
says fuck when she pops back up, yeah.
Okay. Solid. I think mine is a little bit better.
Probably.
Very close to then. After he loses Azula and Boomy like uses his face to earthbend and then like Boomy's like he sets up the fucking like pedestal for him to stand on in his coffin, and Aang's like, I don't get it. You surrendered immediately. You didn't fight back. Like you could have earthbended the whole time. What the fuck's the matter with you, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that's just a good time for him to use the fuck word. Talking to Boomy.
The fuck word.
Yeah.
Every time you say that, all I can think of is the L word. And I'm just like, that's, I mean, an appropriate alternate title for that show, frankly.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's it. That was it. Like, he says, what's the matter with you, Boomy? But I think he should say, what the fuck's the matter with you, Boomy? Either way, it's going to Aang, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So which one exactly are we going with, though?
I don't know. Does it matter?
I would like for us to acknowledge that mine was the better golden fuck.
Okay, I refuse to do that.
Well, then I guess it just goes to Aang without any of our particular golden fuck nominations being up there.
He can say it whenever he wants.
Aang can say fuck whenever he wants.
This is stupid. You can have it.
Thank you, Jesse.
Anyway, let's go into the spoiler section.
We're talking about boys. So, I mean, like, the only thing I was...
Beautiful boy.
You're talking about how, like, it seems like they just kept trying until they got a boy.
Yeah.
Which makes a kind of sense. But we did talk about how... We talked about gender dynamics last season.
That's true.
Yeah. And it's interesting that, like... Because I could see that, like, these parents could be like, we want a boy. We don't... Like, they seem to neglect May. It does seem like they don't care about May. They neglect all of their children, though. Like, they are neglectful parents. But I just wanted to bring up the, like, you know, in the Fire Nation, it...
Are we just gonna have to deal with the noise?
I think so. I think we'll just deal with it. Listen, if you can hear the bones very clearly, I think you should leave a bit of the context in, right? So you can tell that, like, Chewie was whining. But, like, if you can't hear it, then you can't hear it, and we can just cut this part out.
Okay.
But, like, I think that you're gonna hear it, and it's gonna be funny.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I do...
In the Fire Nation.
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 It does
In the Nation
seem
of Fire.
like it matters a little bit less...
Okay, fine. Don't go with my bit.
What your gender is, because if I'm a lady and I have a theoretically less physically powerful composition, I can still burn your ass off. Fuck you, right? Like,
Yeah.
that is how Azula works.
Uh-huh.
But maybe they were going for a bender.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. May can't bend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Duh.
I mean, that was That's where I was going with it. That was the thought I had, and I didn't want to say it in the non-spoiler section. Probably could have gone there, but we did talk about the gender thing in the Water Tribe in the spoiler section, so I wanted to just keep it in the spoiler section too. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not. I don't like. I could have talked about it then. It
Probably, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But it's here now.
It's here now. I also didn't know how much more I would talk about. Like I just didn't. Anyway, Jings and Toph and bending. Right? So there are actual times in this show where it displays the Aang uses neutral jing. I don't remember all of them, but one I remember very distinctly is when he's fighting Combustion Man. He's in this like field of like rocks or whatever the fuck.
Right.
And he has to hide and like effectively conceal his aura, right? Like eyes closed, hiding in rock, man can't see, like he does not. And I think I think that's supposed to be him using neutral jing, doing nothing. And then he breaks out in rock armor, jumps away, flies away, lives, whatever. Combustion Man's a whole ass thing. We'll talk about it when we get there. So that's that. I like Toph is we already know that Toph is the person that will eventually teach Aang. She is a person that waits and listens when she fights, and that's...
Gotta have both bones.
He took the other bone that I was holding. For context, and if you leave this in, Chewie was chewing a bone, and we were like, okay, well, we gotta take those away from him. I took both bones that were in this room off the ground, and then he started sitting there crying for them until I gave him one of them. And he took it, went behind me, and started chewing it.
He was content for like 5 minutes, and then he came up to you and just like sniffed at you, and then gently grabbed the other bone in his teeth and stared you down as he slowly pulled it away. What a dog. Yes, I'm talking about you.
This is the Chewie cameo episode.
Truly.
Anyway, yeah. I love Toph's fighting style because of the fact that she does that. She's very minimalist. She does only enough she does exactly enough to get what she needs done.
Yeah.
And that is it is like an essential aspect of earthbending. It's a thing that it separates the good from the great earthbenders.
True.
Yeah, I love that. Also, we're talking about Mei and Ty Lee. We have the introduction of chi blocking, which we know serves a very big purpose all the way into Legend of Korra.
Yep.
It's just a really cool fighting style. It's a really cool idea. It's a really cool skill, and it's definitely one that should be widespread among just the regular general populace. Everyone should know how to block the chi of a bender, because if you don't have that, you have nothing, right?
Yeah. It should be a pretty popular self-defense class.
Yeah.
At least by the time we get to Korra.
Yeah. And we know that a good chunk of the population does have that ability, but those are mainly the terrorists, I guess. Right? I don't know. It's not clear.
Sure. Terrorist is just such a vague word. Might as well, yeah.
Might as well, right? That's
Sure.
what it is.
They're people who aren't governments that use violence, and we don't like them. They're terrorists.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. And we meaning the structure of the show does not like them. Anyway, and Mei is this expert knife thrower. A thing that I love about Mei that I've talked about with Jesse before, not during this episode, but I've said it before, is that she doesn't have the Mimi Stormtrooper aim where she just randomly misses and shit. Every single time she throws something or shoots something, they showed that it would have hit its target if that target hadn't moved or blocked. Every single time. Mei has a near 100%, I can't say near 100% success rate because she almost never actually hits, right?
I mean, her aim is accurate.
Her aim is very accurate.
She has a very, very high accuracy rate.
Yeah.
When you talk about her aim.
I love that. It shows that she is constantly a threat. You can't ignore her and just count on her to miss. She won't miss. She does not miss.
May's great.
May's great.
She's scary. I love her. Some of you may be thinking, but Jesse, don't you like Zutara? To which I say, yes.
Pause. Let's give you time to put the Zutara corner music in.
I mean, it's not really relevant right now, but like we can put it in anyway.
I think it's just fun to put it in anyway.
That's true. And now, time for your regularly scheduled Zutara. Zutara.
Cool. All right.
Just because I think that Mei and Zuko both have soulmates that aren't each other doesn't mean I don't love Mei.
Who's May's soulmate? Can you say it out loud, please?
Ty Lee. Obviously.
Obviously. Of course.
Goth GF. Pink GF. Just dropped my notebook. They're perfect. They're perfect. They love each other. Did you see that hug in this episode?
I did.
Come on. Girlfriends.
I saw Azula hug people this episode. Shocking.
Did she?
I'm pretty sure she hugged Ty Lee.
Huh.
Yeah. Ty Lee, I mean, like, because Ty Lee's a hugger. And
Ty Lee's definitely a hugger.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just want to make it very, very clear that I don't hate Mei. In fact, I really like Mei. I don't even think Meiko is a particularly bad ship. It's just that the other two are so much better. Come on.
Yeah.
They're lesbians, Harold.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know who Harold is.
I don't have too much more to talk about, honestly. It's a solid episode. It's good shit. We will have more to say about, I mean, maybe not. The swamp's actually pretty big.
The swamp is going to be a big...
Yeah.
We're going to have so much more to say.
Season 2 is a lot, and like we're getting warmed up here.
Yeah, it's setting things up. We are preparing ourselves for Toph and for Aang's entire earthbending journey, and we are introducing two of the best fucking characters in the show.
And the loss of Appa.
I don't think this was preparing us for that, but sure.
Right. Oh, sorry.
That also happened.
I thought you were just talking about like things that are going to happen this season.
No.
Well, you can cut that out.
No.
Damn. I gotta stop counting on you to cut things out.
Especially when it's going to be a short episode. I can't be cutting out all the good content.
There's no good content.
Yes, it is. People love watching you suffer.
Nobody watches.
Shut up.
Damn.
I'll cut that out. So, yeah, that is all we have for you today for Book 2, Chapter 3, Return to Omashu.
Yep.
We hope you'll join us next time for Book 2, Chapter 4, The Swamp. Until next time, you can find us on Twitter at SpoilersAreGood. You can give us a follow there. We do polls, give some hot takes all the time.
We do sweepstakes and giveaways.
We have not done a giveaway.
We don't do sweepstakes or giveaways.
We'll talk about Avatar. And we'd love to see you there. Again, like I said, we do polls sometimes regarding the Golden Fuck or other aspects. We share some good stuff.
We'll post a picture of Chewie if you ask for one.
Yeah, but you gotta ask for it. Speaking of asking for things, please like, comment, and subscribe.
See that? She's giving you homework.
It's not... you gotta laugh when I make the streamer, the YouTuber joke.
Until next time.
No, I'm not done. Have I plugged the email yet?
Until next time.
Fine, they don't need to email us.
Oh, wait, we have an email?
You know we have an email.
I do know we have an email.
You want to tell them our email?
I don't remember it.
Yes, you do.
No, I actually
Say it out
don't.
loud.
Like SpoilerPod or something?
No.
No, I don't remember the email.
Our email is spoilersaregoodpodcast@gmail.com. If you don't have a Twitter, or if you have something that is too long or complicated for Twitter, or just want to say something like more anonymously not connected to your Twitter account, please feel free to emo. Email us there. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah. Until then, don't forget, just because it's spoiled doesn't mean it's rotten. I forgot it.
Okay, try that again.
Until then.
Until next time.
Until next time. Remember, just because it's spoiled doesn't mean it's rotten.
No, I tried to think of like some fun, like a parody lyric off the top of my head to like joke about putting together Avatar episodes, but like I couldn't.
I got nothing.
I couldn't do it fast enough. I'm not that clever.